Hello everybody, my name is Jennifer Maker. It's a beautiful day to show you how to create these gorgeous hanging lamps in heart shapes on the Great Maker Show and Tell. Paper lanterns are incredibly fun and popular projects. These hanging lanterns are a really fun way to showcase your personality and style. I've made many paper lanterns over the years. They're one of my most favorite projects, including my star lantern and my paper lamp, both of which you can find the designs and tutorials for over on my blog at jennifermaker.com. Now, one of the reasons these hanging paper lanterns are so popular is that they are really versatile and you can use them to accent any room with just the right color of paper. It's really that easy. I also think they're popular because they're just so easy to make when you have a cutting machine. Literally, it's just uploading the design, loading the paper in, cutting it, and assembling it, and that's it. And you get this really cool thing. Now, one of the things I adore about this design is that it looks intricate and complicated, but it's really easy to make and it gives off an amazing wow factor. Those are my favorite projects. Now, to make this hanging lantern, you need just 2 sheets of 65-pound cardstock, the 12 by 12 inch size. You can use 80-pound or 110-pound instead if that's what you have. Now for this tutorial, I used 2 sheets of this foil craft board, which I think looks really pretty. You're also going to want an adhesive. You can use glue or double-sided sticky tape, really anything that's going to keep that cardstock together. If you use a cardstock with a texture, like glitter, you may need to experiment with glues or even special double-sided tape to find the right adhesive for your paper. That texture can make it difficult. You've been warned. Now, the only other supply you need is the hanging lantern cord, which is this right here, and a 40-watt LED light bulb. It's very important that you use only an LED light in your lamp, as it will not generate any infrared heat. Do not put in any light source that will generate heat into your paper lamp, okay? So be careful, LEDs for the win. Now, I used a Cricut cutting machine to cut my cardstock using the fine point blade and a blue light grip mat. I also used a scoring stylus to score the fold lines, which made it so much easier to fold. If you want, you can use a scoring wheel instead, but I really recommend you use one or the other. That's really all you need. Well, other than the pattern, of course. So I have designed my heart lantern to have little cutouts, little heart cutouts like you see here. But if you want entirely different cutouts, I can show you how to do that. Stay tuned and I will share some tips on customizing this lantern to your personality. So let me show you where to find the patterns, and then I will show you how to cut, assemble, and attach your heart-shaped hanging paper lantern. Step 1, get the heart lantern pattern. Download my free pattern from my blog at jennifermaker.com/283. Just go to the red bar at the top and look for libraries. Then either click Get a Password if you don't yet have one, or click Enter the library. You can find the pattern by searching the page for Design 283 and then click it to download an SVG cut file for cutting with a Cricut or another cutting machine, or to download a printable PDF. Step 2, cut the heart lantern. Let me show you how to cut the cardstock for this project on a Cricut cutting machine. First, upload the SVG cut file that you downloaded in Step 1 to Cricut Design Space. If you're unsure how to unzip and upload SVG files, please watch my SVGs Made Simple training series at jennifermaker.com/svgs. First thing you want to do is zoom out so you can see the whole design. To zoom out, look for the controls in the lower left corner of your screen and click on the minus sign until you can see everything. This pattern should be 23.046 inches wide by 9.756 inches high. So if yours is a different size, please resize it to match mine. Now I've got everything set up for you, including the score lines all preset. So all you have to do is click the green Make It button, which will take you to this screen where you can click Continue in the bottom right. Now it's time to choose your materials and tools. Click Browse Materials to begin. And if you don't see this option, rotate the dial on your Cricut Explorer to Custom, and it will appear for you. You can use any cardstock for your heart lantern, but for the one I'm making in this video, I'm using Mirror Metallic Pink cardstock, and after some trial and error, I found that the perfect setting for the cut is foil craft board. So I typed craft in the search window and selected foil craft board holographic. And I always like to change my pressure to more to ensure a nice clean cut. Now, because I'm making this on my Cricut Maker right now, it defaults to using the scoring wheel. But I really want to use the scoring stylus because it means we won't need to switch out the tools. So to do this, click Edit Tools and choose the stylus instead. It's that easy. Now you're all ready to cut. First, put your scoring stylus in clamp A. Next, place your cardstock on your blue light grip mat and load the mat into your machine. I'm using the Cricut Maker, but you can also cut this on the Cricut Explorer. Then press the flashing Cricut icon to begin. And repeat this step for the other side of your heart lantern design. Step 3. Assemble your lantern. Once the cut is complete, peel off the cardstock from your mat. The best way to do this is to flip your mat over and slowly roll it away from your cardstock. This releases the cardstock and keeps it from curling. Now use a weeding tool or a pen to pop out the bits and pieces that didn't come out on their own during the cut. And now that you have both sides of the heart lantern, the first thing you want to do is apply small pieces of double-sided tape to each of the tabs, like this. But don't peel it back to expose the adhesive part just yet. And here's a tip. If you can, use a rotary blade to cut the double-sided tape. You can use scissors, of course, but they might get ruined by the sticky part of the tape. You've been warned. Now it's time to fold your lantern. It really helps if you use a hard edge to fold the tabs. I use the side of my portable trimmer, but you can use a scraper tool or whatever works for you. You can just use your hands to bend and fold the other parts of the design. Next, starting at the bottom, peel back the double-sided tape and attach it to its corresponding side. Each tab should be attached to the inside of the heart. Use your fingers to make sure it's firmly attached. This can be a bit tricky because it's a tight space, so take your time and be patient. Now make sure your LED light bulb is screwed into the hanging cord and that everything is working before you continue. I plugged mine in and switched it on to test it out first. With the heart lantern on its side and still open at the top, place the LED light bulb into the lantern. You'll notice there's a hole at the top big enough for the bulb to fit through. Now finish attaching all the tabs, making sure each tab is firmly stuck to the other side. And that's it. You're all done. Step 4, show it off. Now all you have to do is hang it up wherever you like, plug it in, and enjoy the glow. Isn't it just so pretty? It's perfect for Valentine's Day or really any celebration of love throughout the year. Baby showers, weddings, anniversary. It's just the perfect finishing touch, and it is sure to impress everyone who sees it. You can also adjust the size if you're looking for something smaller, maybe for a centerpiece or a garland, and add fairy lights instead of a bulb. Or don't put any lights in it at all. It's completely your choice. I am in love with these heart lanterns. They're just so pretty. And my favorite thing is that they're just cardstock and tape. I mean, how awesome is that? Now, remember I said it was possible to change the cutouts in the lantern from hearts to something else? You can, and I'm going to show you how to do that at the very end of this video. Now, the last time I made one of these, everyone asked me what to do if you need to change the light bulb. Which is a great question, and I have an answer. So if you use the LED bulb that we're recommending for this project, it's rated for an average of 13 years using it at 3 hours a day. That's a long time. And by this point, many people would be ready to change out their lamp. But if you still want to keep yours, you can just slice the tabs at the top, open it up with a craft knife, reach in, replace the bulb, and tape it or glue it back up again. It's that easy. And if you're wondering if the light bulb will get too hot for your lantern, it won't so long as you're using the LED bulbs because they don't generate infrared heat. So don't use any heat generating light bulbs or light stands in your lantern for safety reasons. Remember, safety first. Now, if you have any questions about making your own paper lantern, please let me know. I love to help. Leave your question below this video or ask over in our Cricut Crafters group at jennifermaker.com/cricketcrafters, where you can get advice, help, inspiration, and fun from hundreds of thousands of crafters just like you. Now, if you don't have a cutting machine but really would like one, I give one away every month. You can enter for the chance to win your own Cricut cutting machine at jennifermaker.com/Cricut giveaway. Don't forget, I'm going to tell you all about how to put your own shapes into this at the very end of this video. So that's it for today. Until next time, this is Jennifer Maker reminding you to craft the life you love. All right, so here is my last tip. You can customize the cutouts in your paper lantern. It's not hard. To do this, just upload the design to Cricut Design Space, ungroup and detach all layers, then press contour on the 2 pink layers to remove all the little heart cutouts. The fastest way to do this is to click on Hide All Contours, which will hide all of the small hearts. It's really easy to do that. Now to add in your own cutout shapes, either upload a shape or find one under Images, just like this cute little doggy. Now resize it and duplicate it to fit everywhere you want it to appear on your lantern. When you're done, select all of the new shapes and click Weld to stick them all together permanently. Then select that new layer with all your shapes and the heart layer and click Slice. You now have new cutouts. You can delete the extra slice layers that you don't need, reattach the score layer to the base layer, just like I'm doing here, and then repeat this for the other side of your heart lantern. Or you can just delete those 2 layers that you just did because these 2 sides are actually identical. Then you just click Make It and create your own unique heart lantern. I can't wait to see what shapes you put into this lantern. Please be sure to share your photos with me because I love looking at them. Have fun!